Live from the happiest place in the Lone Star State, welcome back to the Talking Mickey Project. TMP is your home for Disney fans of all abilities. Now, it's your host, Emma.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I feel like a very special announcement.
Very special announcement.
We are very going with views on YouTube now.
30,000 views on YouTube. Woo! I think we need to bring in your cheerleader. Look at your cheerleader right there. Come on, put him live. Come on before he stops. Come on, go.
Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for your support. Love y'all. Sorry for the loud announcement, by the way.
We blew out everybody's Mike lost his big one.
I'm losing it tonight. Hi, guys. How are you?
Y'all missed it. He was in the green room and he's doing
Congratulations.
this.
That is awesome, you guys. That is fantastic.
That's Emma and her dad.
Woohoo! Yay!
Well, let's say hello to some.
Daddy.
Let's say to some. We saw hi to Jack and hi to, of course, Mike.
Ryan.
One of our moderators, Mike.
Okay, Ryan.
And then Brian's West Coast Disney Adventure, Brian Eisenhart.
Yes,
and Jonathan Mace, Emma's friend here in San Antonio. Jonathan.
Hi.
And then Crazy Mike, there's Michael Hersheimer. Oh,
hello.
And there's Mary.
Hi,
Thank you, Mike.
Oh, Mary said congratulations too.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Catherine.
And then Catherine said that she loves Mike's Figment ears.
Thank you. I bought these in Epcot.
Emma's got a set too.
Good.
But she didn't want me to wear them.
I see.
Wait,
okay.
hold on.
What?
Kathleen Ruby, if this is your first time on the channel, you get your very own great visit bucket.
Okay, and if not, this is your first visit.
Yeah.
Well, we just want to make sure.
Okay. We don't want to leave anybody out. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. So we didn't know what we were going to talk about tonight. And then Mike shot Emma a note saying, hey, why don't we talk about packing?
Mm-hmm.
Because some of you know we are.
Hey, John.
Hey, John.
Hi, John.
We are packing for a move.
Mm-hmm.
Mike's packing for a trip.
Yep.
But what we're going to talk about, Emma and I, are what we pack when we go to Disney.
Yeah, very welcome, Kathleen.
Catherine,
I'm sorry.
Kathleen is your grandma's name.
I know, but we both have Kath.
It does.
That's the first part of their name.
That's right.
Yeah.
But there's also a Catherine and a Kathleen.
Well,
two different names. So again, look, there's Kelly. Hi, Kelly.
Hello, Kelly. Good evening.
Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
Oh, Emma's wearing her hearts on her shirt.
Good to see you. It's good to see you, Kelly.
Kelly. And maybe Kelly can comment on some tips for when she travels to Disney.
Oh, I for a second.
What you doing?
This is we 30,000 views on YouTube, Kelly.
Oh, she sees it in the corner. Look in the corner above Mike's head.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Never mind.
Don't forget to smash that like button.
Yep.
Share it with your friends
and neighbors
and
family members.
Yeah, share with everybody you know, right?
Especially at school.
Especially at school. School's not in session yet.
I know. I've been
starting soon.
So, Mike.
Yeah.
You're packing to go on a trip. What are your essentials?
Okay, well, one of the first things that I do, and I'm going to use the Disney as an example.
Okay.
So, on my phone, what do? I look at the weather. And I see what the weather is going to be for at Disney World. Now, for this week, it is going to be basically a heat wave.
Hot.
So
Hot.
that
And
means
more hot.
that means I would be bringing the following items.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Go just click on it. Go
Okay.
ahead, keep going, Mike.
Okay. Okay, so for me, I would be packing a lot of tank tops, a lot of shorts. I would also be bringing a spirit jersey, just in case it decides to rain.
Yeah.
Or flood. At some of the parks. Over there sometimes. I would bring my toothpaste, my toothbrush, and something very important, my plushies that I sleep with every night. And this is one that I bought on my last trip to Disney. It's the Yeti from...
I was about to say, that looks like a cute Yeti.
It is. It is. And I fell in love with it. Now, what I also do is I also make a list, which I did. Also, my phone charger, a power bank, because as you know, when you go to the parks, you're basically on your phone almost all the time.
Yeah.
So you don't want your phone to die. So
Right.
you bring that. Also on your phone, when you do a trip, you also need to make sure that that all of your travel apps are updated, as well as now if you are flying, always look at your flight status and make sure that there are no delays or cancellations or things like that. If you are going to the airport with a disability, like myself, with the scooter, you can actually drive it up to the plane, and they will put it underneath, and they will put the battery. I don't know where they put it, somewhere on the plane. So that's what I've done as well. And believe it or not, when you land, your scooter will be right outside the plane, and then just roll on down at a baggage claim, and then wait forever for baggage claim to start up, and then people going nuts and being rude, usually.
Yeah.
Because it is with the airport.
Right.
Yeah, but that's what I usually do on the way down. So how about you guys? How do you guys pack for Disney?
How we pack for Disney, about 30 days prior to departure, no matter where we're leaving from, I get out a laundry basket or a box. And I put it either in the corner of mine and Kevin's bedroom, or I leave it in the closet. And as I'm thinking of things to bring, I put it in the box. Sunglasses, sunscreen, swimsuits, and everything that goes with that.
Right.
What else? Where's my list? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Got my list.
Those socks and other things for me,
Yes. Hats for Kevin and Emma. Our rain ponchos, if we still have rain ponchos from the last trip to Disney. Emma's autograph book, 2 small umbrellas, a large marker for the characters to sign with.
Right.
Well, that was before.
You're right.
But anyway, that's the kind. And anything else that I see, because of course in the past it was always batteries for the camera, chargers for the
Right.
battery to recharge the batteries for your camera,
Right.
that kind of stuff.
Right.
But Emma's gonna talk about what she helps her daddy pack. Then about 1 week before the trip, I started getting our outfits together.
Mm-hmm.
It's always blue jeans or capris for Emma and I. Kevin doesn't wear capris. And our Disney T-shirts. Sometimes we have matching. Sometimes Kevin and Emma will match. Sometimes Emma and I will match. And we just start putting our outfits together.
Right.
And then about 2 days before is when I start packing because I don't like to iron when I go on vacation.
I understand.
So what I'll do is we invested in some packing cubes a few years back, and those have come in real handy in keeping everything straight and together.
Do they work?
Yes.
Because I have heard stories about, what people using them and they don't work and things don't fit in them. You
have to
things like that.
We did a practice run with our packing cubes before we went to meet my in-laws in Hill Country. We were glamping. So so that's when we used packing cubes. And this is also when we realized it's very possible to overpack when using packing cubes.
I never knew that.
So what we did was we that was our practice run for our 2020 visit. But then we that's an excellent idea, John. An extra pair of prescription glasses just in case. We're getting some good ideas. Kelly had one. She said that Daddy said, I'll have to go back and read it. But that's toiletries.
Right.
Kevin used to, before he would use a scooter, we buy the either blister balm to put underneath his feet when he was doing a lot of walking.
Okay.
Or we find the blister powder that to put in.
You mean like the foot powder?
Right.
Okay.
So Emma only brings one pair of shoes because she only brings her Mickey Mouse Vans.
I only have one pair.
And Kevin only has one pair. I'm the mom. I bring more than one pair, but I usually only bring just to two. I don't bring any more than that.
I don't see her idea.
It's okay. But that's it. And when we're staying for a shorter amount of time, we still bring all the same things, just not as much.
Right.
Because it's only taken me 28 years of marriage to figure out what I need to have on a trip and what I don't need to have on a trip. Yes, baby.
Actually was in a car accident.
Elise, I'm so sorry. I hope you're okay.
You too. Oh my goodness. That's awful.
We're hoping you're okay.
Yeah.
We went in many of one of them was a mother car.
So
I'm not going to go into detail about that.
Okay. So I lost my train of thought.
You were talking about the clothes, I think.
Right. Talking about clothes, undergarments, swimsuits, extra T-shirts for Kevin. We pack what we need. But usually it starts out 30 days prior.
Right.
And I told our friend Bridget, who's the one who does our plans our vacations.
Right.
So she's in Eastern Europe right now. And she says to plan for this trip, I started doing your thing with getting a box. And as I'm seeing things, just picking it up and throwing it in the box and just throw it in there. That way it's all taken care of.
Right. Now, when I went on my last trip to Disney, I had everything laid out, the way that I was going to do my outfits. But what I didn't realize was that I went in January. Now, January in New Jersey, when I left, it was freezing cold. I did not realize that it would be freezing cold in Disney World.
Kevin and I experienced that on our first trip together back in '97. We went into. No, it's never been cold when we took you to Disney. It's been windy. It's been windy.
Yeah. Yeah, we had
Although
wind.
last year it was raining a lot, and we were
We
at
didn't get rain. We got a lot of clouds though.
We got wet. It drizzled on us, and then the cold, a cold front blew through. So all of us are sitting watching. It wasn't Neil Patrick Harris. Who was it that did the Candlelight Processional? We were watching the Candlelight Processional with Courtney B. Vance, and because we had all gotten wet, we all got chilly.
Right.
Of course, the three of us didn't pack any jackets, but
I did not. I can honestly admit to this. I did not bring anything except for one hoodie that I that I brought, but I roasted them a lot of times, and I was like, I need to find something that's a little bit more lighter, for me to just, for me to know, to just, will warm me up in the mornings. Then I found Spirit jerseys.
Yeah,
that's how it started, and let me tell you, that created a monster with me because I love them. I mean, there are about 5 of them right now that I really want, and I have to wait. But I love them. I mean, Disney, if you are listening, I'd like one like this one. I mean, I do have one like him, but that was for the Festival of the Arts. But just to make him, I would be like, sold. Take my money.
Emma has a few. I don't have any.
The main one.
Yeah, you've got 3 or 4 of them. What?
Let's see.
You've got 3 or 4.
Hey, Kelly, can you repeat your idea? Because I can't.
Daddy will remind us. Okay.
I know. I'm not an idea.
Yep, it sure is, Brian. But yeah, I mean, and the fact that because me, I thought that Disney was going to be like, hot, and I mean hot down there because and I just brought with a t-shirt and shorts, and I was like, okay, this is not what I prepared for in the mornings.
Well, that same trip in '97. Let me get to you in a second, okay, baby? I promise.
Now I have a question.
Do they make waterproof ears? I don't think so.
I don't think they do, unless, the ones with the lights on them. I mean, yes, they cover the ear part, but for the most part, no, they don't. Honestly,
they have those leather-like, but I don't think those would last in the.
They would not last 5 minutes in rain. I have to take these off because they're hurt my head.
And then, as far as what do you carry in your backpack? Because we always take a backpack to the parks.
I tried that. I literally tried it. I didn't like it because it was always on my back, and I would need to take that would take it off me, and then would put it back on me.
Right.
When I was in over the ride queue, and then me, I'm like, if I didn't feel it on my back, I was like, where is it?
Right.
I'm like,
we used to have I called a sling backpack that Kevin would carry. Kevin and I would take turns carrying it. And then I want to say back in 2008 was when we started with the getting a scooter for Kevin, because he would get a lot of blisters on his feet walking around the park.
Yeah.
And then we had, so that then we just used the basket,
right?
And that's where we put the backpack.
See, for me with the basket, it's I mean, it's good that it was in front of me, but I was always afraid I was gonna leave it in there, and then somebody would, swipe it. So, I mean, but I will say this though, to keep your valuables safe, honestly, and I have been doing this since my senior trip. Get a crossbody bag, kind of like this. And what I do is, I will literally put it like this. Hold on. I'm gonna show you. It goes from here to here. That way, so that way, if anybody were try to swipe, I can see the hand coming through here, and I can grab it and yank it out. And because in here has all of my really valuable stuff, which is like your wallet, your keys, your money, with things like that. Because when you're in these parks and you're like all over the place and you can't feel like certain things, as well as my phone, it's like I have always thought about my safety as a disabled person in in the parks, always, because me, it's coming from the point of view of like, can you trust people to watch your things when you're on the ride? Because cast members cannot do that all the time, because they got to be scanning everywhere for like everything. Now, also too, we had to bring our masks as well as our hand sanitizers too, and that was an adjustment as well, because we weren't we were not used to wearing them. And, now that they have lifted that, that's kind of good, because you don't have to wear your mask in the parks, but you still have to wear them, I believe, at the airports, as well as when you're on the buses going to Disney. I don't know if you need them on the Disney transportation. I don't believe that you do right now.
You don't anymore. My cousin Sean is a bus driver at WDW.
Nice.
And he when they would get updates, he would send me messages.
Okay. Good.
So yeah, they lifted, and they've also been, as far as I remember, they've been lifted at the airports and on airplanes.
Okay, because
I'm gonna wear one, don't worry.
And believe it or not, in New York, I mean, even though they have kind of lifted the mask mandate for the Broadway theaters, I still wore mine the last week because I still don't feel safe.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. And as a disabled person, I've always because for me, I always think of like everything. I mean, like, what do I do if this happens? Where can I go if that happens? Now, Melissa. Now, with Emma, does she ever feel like what? Does that make sense? If you know what I mean, it's like if something were to happen, what would be like? How can I?
You mean like if the COVID percent will go back up?
It's sort of like a safety thing to where me, I always look at landmarks all the time, and I figure out routes on like how to get even around the resorts. Once I get that routine down, I got it.
Emma's
So
better at directions than I am.
Yeah,
okay,
I know everything in the area
okay.
absolutely
Okay,
perfect.
because it's like, for me, I'm always like, okay, if I'm in the Magic Kingdom down Main Street and I want to go to the Tomorrowland, I know how to I know how to do that, but if I but if I were to go to like the Pecos Bill, I have no idea how to get there, and I'm like, okay, which way do I go? I need like with the landmarks and stuff. Does that make sense?
Emma is always
It looks like Pearland.
Emma is always
Okay.
with her daddy.
Okay.
Okay. Or me, but she's
Okay.
usually with her daddy.
And yeah,
People can see you making that face.
I know.
She's almost always with her daddy.
Yeah.
And now that I have to use a scooter now when we're in the parks, she may take turns. They're still ahead of me no matter where I go, which is fine. I'm used to it.
Melissa, all you need to do is just to turn the dial all the way up and just zoom.
Nah, there's too many people to zoom.
I know. Plus
Just
they're walking.
do this.
And they have
Do this because I have done this. I get in like a mood and I'm like, don't even like.
Kevin likes to honk the horn, yeah.
I make it louder.
Thank you. Yes, they do. They need. They definitely need to make them like the truck horns. Those one to be like.
Kevin has said that.
Yeah, but for me, over the traveling, especially on planes, I'm always a little bit. I mean, I am like holding on for dear life on a plane because it's like it's one of those anxiety things I think for me. So,
right.
Now why don't we talk about when we come back?
Well, we didn't finish talking about what
Daddy has a question.
Okay, Daddy has a question.
Okay.
What's the oddest thing that you pack in your Disney parks bag or backpack?
The
oddest?
The oddest?
You mean weirdest, Daddy?
No.
Weird? Well,
isn't there another one?
I do have something weird, but I brought it back. Do you guys want to see? Well, I didn't know how. I did not know how I was. I was gonna back him because he's so big. I didn't know how. I honestly did not know how I was gonna pack him because he was long and the suitcases were not that big.
You get you one of those vacuum pack bags and take all the air out of it, and then you can fit it in.
I got a question about those. If you're in Disney, where do you find a vacuum? That's the thing. Where do you find the vacuum on the way back? Because the only place I know would be mousekeeping, and I don't think they would allow you to use their vacuum.
No.
I don't know. Yeah. So
let's see. Kelly has something she packs. Odd things. Click on Kelly's.
I know what that Annie. One of the other moderators. You mean Merwell?
Okay.
Oh, Michael, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry, Michael.
Odd things I put in my park bag. I pack drink mix packets to add to free water, deodorant, toothbrush, extra underarm. Ah.
Oh, he will be flying to that. He will be flying to Daddy.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you, Kelly. Oh, DVC's DVC resorts have their own vacuums
in each room.
So that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
You can roll it.
That's a good idea.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Because I'm like, now I have never used the vacuum bags. So how do they work?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no ideas. All right, Crazy Mike.
I'm
2004.
reading.
Okay.
The oddest thing that I brought down with me. Actually, nothing, because
That's right.
when
The
I went
cell phones look
down,
like, yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
What, no flip phone from the...
No, not back in the early 2000s.
No.
But you had
No.
one.
We didn't even
You
have
had one.
cell
That before
phones.
iPhone.
Okay.
We didn't even have an iPhone. I mean, when I went on my senior class trip, we could. No, we could call home, but
You can roll the bags to push the air out.
oh, okay, that's good. Thank you, because I'm like, how do you use it without a vacuum? Now I know. Thank you. That's neat.
What do you help Daddy pack before we leave on a Disney trip, or any trip actually, but mainly Disney?
Our gimbal.
Look at them.
Our gimbal.
Our gimbal.
Mm.
Our charger.
Chargers for what?
For our stuff and game, we can do that. We need to find that in the boxes.
Okay. We have a charger for each phone.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 phones.
Oh, wait, never. We have to look for a charger then.
Okay. And then Emma brings her gaming system. What system do you bring with you?
Nintendo Switch, remember?
Nintendo Switch. I want you to tell them. This was supposed to be your part of the thing.
Other.
And then what else?
Phone charger.
We said that. What have you used the last several trips to Disney?
Headphone.
Headphones.
The Sony brand one.
And then the ones who are noise canceling.
Sony.
Sony.
Mm-hmm.
She brings Sony noise canceling headphones, and she'll listen to whatever her favorite song is that helps her calm down. She'll listen to that while we're in there.
Nice.
And one of the things Emma and I need to start learning more of is when she's got the phones on and she's listening to Skillet, her favorite band Skillet, is to sign so she knows what we're doing.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Just tap her on. I'm gonna go with it. Just tap her on her shoulder.
I do that to get her attention, but
just a thought. Or, never mind.
Okay.
Never mind. I was gonna say something, but
that's, we pack the norm. We would pack for the backpack. We'd pack at least one umbrella with us. We take one umbrella, the rain ponchos. Kevin has a waterproof Ziploc, heavy duty Ziploc bag that he puts all the phone chargers in. If they're going on a Splash Mountain, sometimes they'll leave their phones with me because I don't go on Splash Mountain.
Well, we will have it shut down, remember? Because we're going to start the rearrangement.
Oh, talking about packing and what we use and how we use it. Okay.
Common thing you forget to pack.
But and then most common thing you forget to pack when you go to Disney parks.
I just thought of one thing that I
bottled water.
Yeah,
we always forget.
But you can't bring it on a plane.
That's true.
When you go to Disney parks.
The most common thing you forget to pack when you go to Disney parks. Oh my goodness.
Lip
balm.
Lip balm, so your lips don't get sunburned.
Let me think. What's another one? Wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute.
I don't mean that.
Wait a minute. What did I forget to bring? I don't think I ever forgot.
And this last trip, I don't think we brought as much stuff, right? In the parks, because you and Daddy had the gimbal in your Oswald bag and the GoPro and the gimbal, right? Isn't that what y'all had in the little Oswald bag you have? And then Emma and myself, and when we went in 2020, our another mom, Miss Alma, we all had hand sanitizers in our purses. And then we all had extra masks in our purses, but that was back in 2020.
Right. One other thing that
What Daddy put?
that I always
Not
pack
Brian.
that I
Brian put sunblock.
that I just forgot
So the one
was
underneath.
the itinerary of like everything that I'm doing that day, and I even printed it out. But
You need to have it on your phone. Because you know you're not going to forget your phone.
True.
Sorry.
True. But I did have it on on my phone as well. But I also had a hard copy with me just in case I forgot my phone bank. So that
Years
way,
ago, we would have a hard copy.
Wait,
We would look at a map where we want to go. This is before everything changed.
Yeah.
And it still doesn't affect me.
What?
It still does affect me.
Emma, we're talking about packing.
I know. You were kind of up something like a minute ago.
Whatever. Now let's go back to what Mike said.
Yeah. And
how do you pack the stuff you purchase? You merch.
Let me tell you about packing. The night before we left, because we were in the Magic Kingdom. We had just finished our lunch reservations over at the Crystal Palace. Then we went back to our resort that afternoon, and then we spent the rest of the day packing. Now, mind you, I got so much stuff. I'm amazed it got here in one piece, because this was my first over the festival of the arts. So I bought the Magic Band. I bought the Spirit jersey. I bought a ton of Spirit jerseys. I bought pins. I bought this. I bought my Figment hoodie. I bought all of my plush that I bought. I bought artwork. I mean, I don't know how we did it, but we got everything. Most of it was mine because I bought a lot of stuff. But one of the ways was I basically tried, because we didn't want a lot of bags, because one of the main things that we do is we take everything out of the bags, and then we start, with a little itemizing, what we have and like how big the suitcases are, and then worry about the weight, because the weight is like the most problematic, because mind you, this stuff is not that heavy, but when you have all of your clothes, all of your plush, all of your artwork, all of your pins, it gets heavy. And the heavier it gets, the more what do we do when it gets up to 50 pounds if you are flying?
Right.
So it's like, for me, we got everything back, but we barely made it. Let's put it that way.
Kevin invested in, and that's another thing we pack, is it weighs your luggage. It's a little portable thing that you hold up and you hang it. Now, we don't need it so much going, but we need it to come back. And when we went in 2020, we ended up having to buy 2 Disney suitcases. Because it had been 5 years since we've been to Disney World. We went bananas buying stuff.
I went bananas on my last trip.
It was, shirts, cups, pins.
Yep.
But we ended up having to get 2 suitcases, and they're compatible. And we were able to shift, dirty clothes went in one, clothes we didn't use
Right.
went in another. Then you're able to put things around and stuff
Right,
like that.
right. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we went to Disney with 3 suitcases. We came back with 5 suitcases back in 2020.
I still don't know how. And also too, I had ears that I had bought too, so it's like, you know, the ears, even though when these are very light, when you buy a lot of them,
right,
they like it starts to do, you know, because for me, I left here with a bunch of t-shirts, a bunch of shorts, one hoodie, and everything else that I had. When I came back, I had artwork. I had ears. I had plush, one good thing about having a lot of plush is if you have anything breakable, which I didn't.
Yeah, you use the plush to kind of help
Yeah.
cushion it.
Yep. Yeah. So,
Ooh.
but
yeah. Kevin has a question.
What's that?
What toys or game do you pack for your young children when you go to the parks? Let's see, Kelly.
I got a good one for this one, Kevin. A deck of playing cards. A deck of playing cards. That's a good one.
Oh, that is a great idea, Kelly.
A deck of cards.
This one. Yeah, that one. That's a great idea.
To your home, even
that is a great tip.
I didn't know that, Kelly, because really, from each store you can
look at this one.
In both, I've always had each store.
Oh, that's a good idea, Kelly.
That's an idea.
That's excellent.
What about fans? Especially now, because
we used to carry fans. Those would get packed in. I remember one time, and I think we've lost it, but one time we had one of the Disney spritzers with the fan.
Yeah.
Oh, yellow one and blue.
Yeah, it was blue.
Yes.
The yellow. That's right. Good memory. I
can't remember where that. I think packed somewhere.
It's packed somewhere. We've been to Disney quite a bit from Tennessee, South Carolina, when we lived in Florida. And now this will be our 3rd trip since we've been in Texas that we're going on to Disney World.
I know, but how many times though?
We're at least at 23 to 24 times we've been to Disney.
I've been to Disney 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in my life, but that's okay because each trip is always there. You know what?
Where's the bubble?
That brings up a good point. Although, Kevin, how do you pack the bubble wands?
Yeah.
And how do you pack the most important thing, the balloons?
Yeah.
Because
we have to inflate them actually. Deflate them actually.
Okay.
The last trip.
The word that we had back then.
The last trip we went in 2021.
This one.
Emma bought a balloon.
This one.
For her dad. Because he loved the red. Yes.
And I bought it.
Yeah, she bought it.
That's sweet.
And he's got photos of each, which is we're going to do a collage of in the new house.
Nice.
Kevin deflated it, and we folded it up in park guides that I think John mentioned, and we put it in a zipper compartment somewhere safe.
Okay.
And then we got home. Kevin bought the frame, and that's how we kept the balloon.
That's awesome.
Then something we did when Emma was her first trip, we bought the little box of bubbles that you see at wedding ceremonies instead of throwing rice, the bubbles.
Yeah.
And when we were in queues and we'd see kids getting kind of cranky, we'd go, here, why don't you here's some bubbles. Take some bubbles. And we would pass out bubbles in the queue.
But let me answer this question, Kelly. how do guests pack the bubble wands? Because don't they have the batteries in them? So do you have to take the batteries out, or how does that work?
We don't. We've never
Right.
bought a bubble wand.
Me neither.
Really no need to. The bubbles are the ones we take with us.
Okay.
To wait in queue lines and pass
Cool.
out the little ones. I love that balloon because Emma bought it for me.
It's sweet.
Oh, Shabba
Mama, I'm funny cool.
You're still my baby. I'm still my mama's baby, and I'm gonna be 56 next month.
I'm 40, so it's like, you know.
Huh?
Next month in August. You meant September.
Month after next.
Next month is Daddy's birthday. You can be
Next month is
53.
your dad's birthday. Then my birthday is a couple weeks after.
And Grandpa.
Yeah. I'm reading some of the.
That is so sweet.
Them talking to when you buy a sword in Japan.
Oh, wait a minute! I just thought of something else. I just thought of something that you guys have.
What?
How did you guys get Emma's
lightsabers
as well as R2-D2 back? Because those are like very fragile.
Well, the lightsabers.
R2 not that much though, because it's made of black and
okay, hang on. The lightsabers, because we bought one for Kevin's boss, who's a huge Star Wars fan.
Nice.
And we were in Disneyland when we first went to Galaxy's Edge. So what we did, because we drove from Anaheim to where Kevin had a conference in Phoenix, Scottsdale.
Okay.
When we got to Scottsdale, before we got to Sky Harbor Airport, we stopped at a UPS shipping store and we shipped them.
Really?
So we just shipped them from the UPS store before we got to Sky Harbor. And then when they arrived, Kevin brought his boss to him, and that was that.
Nice.
R2-D2, because we had a BB-8 and an R2-D2 with us because Junior got the BB-8. They bought the Astromech backpacks.
Okay.
So they carried those on board. So that was their carry-on.
That makes sense.
Because we flew Southwest.
I think you're in your 30s.
John, you are my best friend. You look like you're in your 30s.
You have gray hair.
Well, it doesn't look great. It looks blonde on the screen, don't you?
I say that. Daddy's hair also kind of so.
But
okay.
That's how your hair looks. Is it Brian? Brian says your hair looks red.
No, I think he was talking about
No. He usually says your hair looks red and on this.
Oh.
So you can't really tell it's gray. It looks blonde on the screen.
It's fine.
I know. I think of white.
Yeah.
It's fine. You know, don't worry about it.
But yeah, we shipped because it was a unique way we went. Kevin had a conference in Arizona, so we drove from there to Anaheim and back, and then we flew back from Arizona.
I see. Okay, because I have heard that that you can take the lightsabers on the plane with you, because I know that a lot of people buy them when they go down, but you know, it's.
And you would think they would recognize that, especially in Anaheim, you know, John Wayne International, and then you got Orlando International. You would think that they would know, all right, they just went to Disney. This is a lightsaber, you know?
Yeah, but in this day and age, they still have to go through, I believe, the X-ray machine, right? Do they?
Well, anything you have with you has to go through the
right.
What are you laughing at?
Kelly,
what did Kelly say? I thought you said 26.
No, I'm gonna be in 2024.
I thought you said 26. 56.
5.
I'm double nickels now.
55.
40 this past November.
Oh shoot! Does anybody have any questions for Emma or Mike or myself about packing, going, coming back?
Did we?
What you doing, baby? Oh, post a question in the chat. Oh, good girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks like we had a lot of good ideas.
That's appropriate. Yeah.
In recent years, we started bringing Ziplocs because we realized, you need a Ziploc if you're on a water ride.
Can we get the duck ring Ziploc?
Yeah, I saw that. That's what reminded me.
Well,
so that's how we,
That's how we.
30 days before this trip in the fall, I'll have mine.
Thank
you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Here's the link from the TSA.
Thank you.
And
then don't we call her back on the plane?
Emma, are you flying anytime soon?
No.
I'm flying next month, so don't worry about it. I'm going to take care of myself.
Well, you might need to work with Grandma.
Emma, she'll have her own. Okay? She will.
Can we have her?
Emma,
too,
we're talking about this.
I know. I know. I'll stop it.
You went down
She went down the rabbit hole.
She went down a rabbit hole. She's like Alice that way.
I get like that too. I mean,
I'm like that every day.
I can go down rabbit holes like you wouldn't believe.
Usually I'm not on camera.
But
okay.
Mary has a question, which is
which is
a really good one, actually.
Yes.
Do you make yes? Let me see where it is. Yeah. Okay. Here's my list right here of everything that I needed for my the current trip. Everything is here, and then whatever I have that I have put in my bag, I cross it off. And there are
I'm so OCD about this, Mary. I even put down what to pack, the outfits. I will write down what shirt I want, what shirt I want for Kevin, what shirt I want for Emma. You hear all the eyes I want because I pack.
Let's just say with me, Etsy is your best friend on this one because I actually found some really cute, really nice t-shirts that were brought down with me. But then I was like, I want to wear some new stuff. So then it's like, I already had my one set outfits, but now I've got this new stuff I want to wear.
Right.
Spirit jerseys, yes, buy them. I mean, and then for me, my whole wardrobe went right out the window. So
right out the window.
I was like, I'll just wear something,
John has, what's your favorite Loungefly backpack? Well, John, we don't have any Loungefly backpacks. I do have Loungefly purses.
I've got my pouch right here, which is Loungefly. This is from their Pride collection last year. I did not get this year because I didn't like it.
We have.
This is the only one I have.
I have. I only have 2 Loungefly purses because I like to wear something that goes across this way. Shoulder bags. I have one that's a Minnie Mouse one. I see. Nice. I have a Minnie Mouse one that's pink and pink, but it's light pink with dark pink polka dots and the other way. And then my most recent one was that I got for Christmas, and it's the Beatles, but it's all
one.
Tickets from their 1964 American tour.
Nice.
What's cool about that one is that it's it has their only appearance in New Orleans. Was at City Park Stadium.
Nice.
So those are those. What? Emma, leave her be. But yeah, so those are the only two lounge. I love the backpacks. I know people who collect the backpacks. I'm not one of those people. To each their own.
People collect the backpacks. I go for spirit jerseys. You know, and Figment.
Right.
Love Figment.
Okay. Kevin says, let's see. Stop playing with the rabbit.
Very funny. Very funny.
Oh, one of the things on my list is to make sure I make a list.
What?
John, that sounds
I
like
see that. Oh my god. Oh, one thing too. Always know which park you're going into and what's your dining reservation for that day as well. So that way you can kind of plan out your day, but you know, it's
right.
It's one of those things for me. I am like a time geekazoid when it when it comes to that kind of stuff because I don't like to be late for my dining reservation. Although I almost was once, and that was a very interesting story. Literally.
Is it Marie Melissa? I don't know. I don't understand the question, John.
Oh.
I have a Minnie Mouse polka dot with the big bows on the sides of the strap, and then I have my Beatles one. That's the only two lounge flies I own.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Thank you.
What else we got?
A really good tip. If you need to get anything for your trip, Shop Disney is your friend.
It is. Now, and
it's also a dangerous website to go on right now. Let's just say that. Yeah, because they just
something I forgot to mention in the beginning about what I take to pack.
I just remembered something too.
I don't pack shampoo, conditioner, body wash, or lotion. We just use what's at the Disney resort. I do pack mousse. I do pack hairspray and whatever styling tool I'm using on her hair. But that's it. I don't bring any of that. I'm not there long enough to say, well, this shampoo hurts my hair, it makes my hair dry. We just use what's there.
I love the H2O stuff. I mean,
we just use what's there.
I mean, and of course, the most important thing is your magic band.
Magic bands.
Now I know because when I left here to go to Disney, the very last thing that I put on was my magic band, and I was like, "Let's go to Disney." You know,
exactly.
It's one of those things where as soon as I leave, this goes on, and it will not leave my wrist until I leave. Although I came back with a lot of magic bands as well.
Oh,
I'm telling you, I went nuts. I went bananas on my last trip.
But, we didn't do that. We did that back in 2020, and then we got new ones. No, we got new ones for 2020, right?
Right.
Okay.
But
we've been going for an hour.
Yep, new ones that just came out. Today. The Magic Band Plus.
Yesterday or today? Yeah.
It was today.
Okay.
I was watching some streams on it, and the designs are very nice. But they need to expand their design section a little bit because there was no Figment and there was no Carousel of Progress.
Okay, announcement.
Oh.
That's right. That's true. Last live one in this studio is this Saturday night. Because next Saturday, we're going to be exhausted from moving. Fingers crossed.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Yep.
Well, it's been an hour, and we hope y'all had fun. I enjoyed watching the chat, and so did Emma.
Me too.
Dubai Anaya Vlogs.
Anaya Vlog.
Okay. So we're gonna have this.
It's good evening over here, LOL.
Okay. So thank you everybody for joining. Mike, thank you for being with us.
My pleasure.
And what do we say? What do we say? Emma's reading the chat. What do we say? So long, farewell, adieu, good night, adieu, adieu to you. It's from The Sound of Music.
I love that movie.
I am so sorry.
I love that music. I love Broadway.
They can use a little bit of it for the opening part.
Okay, I'm not sure but she's probably right. Okay. Take it away, Em.
And always guys, thank you all so much for watching. Make a like, subscribe, and share the channel with your family if you haven't yet.
See ya.
Till Saturday night, guys, the last live stream. Yeah, welcome. Night, guys. See you all.
Night, guys. Thank y'all for being here tonight. Night.
Night, guys. You're welcome.